Before we dive into this fascinating story, take a moment and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on treasures like this in the future. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey back in time to a coin that has quietly captured the imagination of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts around the world. This is not just any coin. We're talking about the South African 5 shillings from 1960, a piece of history that embodies a nation's past, its struggles, and its triumphs. Imagine holding a small piece of metal in your hand that has traveled through decades, passing from one generation to another, carrying stories that only it knows. The 1960 South African 5 shillings coin isn't just currency. It's a witness to an era when South Africa was navigating major political and social changes. The coin's very existence speaks to the artistry and craftsmanship of the minting process of its time. Every line, every curve, every emblem tells a story of pride, of identity, and of a nation on the cusp of transformation. Now, what makes this coin so captivating isn't just its age. It's the design, the rarity, and the subtle nuances that collectors around the globe obsess over. On one side, you'll notice the emblematic South African coat of arms, a symbol that represented the unity of a country with a rich and complex history. On the reverse, the coin proudly bears its denomination and date, crafted with precision that reflects the pride of its makers. But here's the thing. Over time, these coins weren't just stored. They were cherished, circulated, sometimes lost, and then rediscovered. Every scratch, every slight wear adds to its story, making each coin unique. Now, let's talk about rarity. In the world of coin collecting, rarity isn't just about how many were minted, it's about survival. How many coins from 1960 have remained in pristine or near pristine condition? How many have avoided the wear and tear of decades in pockets, cash drawers, or dusty collections? These are the questions that drive serious collectors to hunt tirelessly, sometimes for years, to add one of these coins to their treasure trove. Collectors over 60, men who've lived through their own decades of history, often find a personal connection to coins like this. It's not just about money, it's about memory. Maybe it reminds you of a time when things felt simpler, or perhaps it evokes a sense of nostalgia for the craftsmanship and attention to detail that seems to have disappeared in the modern world. For many, holding a coin like the 1965 shillings is like holding a piece of a story that belongs to you as much as it belongs to the past. Beyond nostalgia, there's another element that makes this coin irresistible: its investment potential. Rare coins have long been a quiet but powerful avenue for preserving wealth. Unlike stocks or bonds, which fluctuate based on global markets, certain coins carry intrinsic value driven by their rarity, demand, and historical significance. This isn't just speculation. This is tangible value that has been steadily increasing over decades. Collectors and investors alike recognize that a coin like this, especially one in excellent condition, is more than a collectible. It's a legacy, something you can pass down to the next generation. And while some might dismiss coins as mere metal, history has proven time and again that these small artifacts can hold enormous value. In fact, the South African 5 shillings from 1960 is a prime example of this. It's a coin that has quietly slipped under the radar for many, but those in the know understand its significance. Rare coins like this often experience dramatic increases in value once they are properly recognized by collectors worldwide. The appeal is universal. History, rarity, beauty, and investment all wrapped into one small, unassuming piece of metal. That what's fascinating is how each coin has its own life story. Some may have been kept in perfect protective cases, passed from parent to child. Others may have survived in circulation, bearing subtle marks that tell a tale of daily use decades ago. Whether pristine or worn, each one tells a story. And for the serious collector, identifying these subtle differences, the mint mark, the strike quality, the condition, is like uncovering hidden treasure. This is why so many collectors are drawn to coins like the 1960 South African 5 shillings. It's not just about monetary value. It's about connection, history, and the thrill of discovery. Now, let's consider the broader context. South Africa in 1960 was a nation experiencing immense change. Every coin minted during this period carries with it the echoes of a society on the move, a country grappling with identity and politics, while still producing some of the most exquisite coinage in the world. This 5 shillings coin, therefore, is not just a collector's item. It's a portal into history, a tangible reminder of a moment in time that shaped generations. Owning one is like owning a piece of a larger story, one that resonates with anyone who appreciates history, craftsmanship, and legacy. For men aged 55 to 65 plus, many of whom have seen the value of preserving the past firsthand, the appeal of this coin is clear. It's a symbol of enduring quality and timeless significance. And here's the remarkable part. While it may seem modest in size, its impact and value are anything but. For those willing to seek it out, research it, and understand its story, the rewards can be incredible. So, after decades of being hidden away, overlooked, or simply appreciated by a small circle of enthusiasts, the true value of the 1960 South African 5 shillings is finally being recognized. And here's the moment you've been waiting for. Today, a coin like this, in excellent condition, can fetch a staggering value. Yes, you heard that right. Up to $15 million. A small coin, decades old, carrying both history and financial power that is truly extraordinary. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most unassuming items in our lives can hold unimaginable potential. So, if you've ever come across a coin like this, or even dreamed of holding a piece of history that could change your life, now is the time to pay attention. This isn't just about collecting. It's about witnessing history, preserving a legacy, and recognizing the immense value that can exist in the smallest things. And remember, for those who subscribe and follow along, there are countless more stories like this waiting to be uncovered. Small treasures, big history, and life-changing value are all just around the corner. Take a moment to imagine holding that coin in your hand, feeling the weight of history, and knowing that what you have is not only a connection to the past, but also a potential fortune. That's the power of rare coins. That's the magic of history captured in metal. And that's exactly what makes the 1960 South African 5 shillings one of the most fascinating, coveted, and potentially life-changing collectibles in the world today. In the world of numismatics, where history is told through metal and rarity defines value, there are a few coins that transcend their monetary origin. These coins aren't just currency, they're stories frozen in time. One such story begins in the year 1964, in the heart of South Africa, a country steeped in cultural richness, political transformation, and untold history. That year, among millions of coins circulating in the nation, a 5-cent piece was minted that would, over time, become far more than just pocket change. It would become a legend. The 1964 South African 5-cent coin may seem ordinary at first glance. It's small, circular, forged in nickel, not gold, not silver, just humble nickel. But don't let its modest appearance fool you. This coin carries within it a deep historical significance and an artistic beauty that collectors and historians have come to admire over the decades. While millions were produced, only a handful survive in perfect, untouched condition. And those few are worth far more than anyone might imagine. On one side of this remarkable coin is the image of the blue crane, South Africa's national bird. With its elegant posture and long, graceful neck, the crane represents peace, beauty, and a connection to the land. The detail on the coin is striking. Every feather, every curve is etched with care. It's more than art. It's a tribute to the natural heritage of the country. To hold the coin is to hold a symbol of national pride, a reminder of nature's quiet dignity in a time of political unrest. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the year boldly marked, 1964. Around the rim are the words South Africa and Suid-Afrika, written in both English and Afrikaans, two of the country's official languages at the time. This bilingual design, tells us more than just the name of the nation. It speaks to a complex, often divided society living through a time of great change. 1964 was no ordinary year in South Africa. It was a period of rising tension, strict apartheid laws, and the imprisonment of Nelson Mandela, a year that marked a turning point in the country's long journey toward freedom. And in the middle of all that, this small coin was minted, unnoticed by most. It passed through hands, pockets, counters, and drawers. It might have bought a loaf of bread, a bus ticket, or a child's toy. But over time, as years passed and coins were lost, melted, damaged, or forgotten, a few of these 5-cent pieces managed to survive. Not just survive, but remain in mint condition, untouched by time, uncirculated, unspoiled. These coins became treasures. What makes a coin like this valuable isn't just age. It's condition, rarity, demand, and the story it tells. A coin in poor shape might be worth no more than its metal. But one of these 1964 5-cent pieces, flawless and preserved, becomes something entirely different. It becomes a collector's dream, a link to a moment in history, a unique piece that can never be replicated. Across the world, coin collectors seek out pieces like this. They hunt through old collections, attend auctions, follow rumors, and pay close attention to any hint of rarity. And when a coin like the 1964 5 cents appears, in pristine, untouched condition, it sparks global interest. Bidding wars begin. Prices soar. And what was once worth just a few cents becomes a treasure beyond most people's imagination. Over the past few years, the value of historical African coins has seen a dramatic rise. As collectors look beyond Europe and America, coins from nations like South Africa have surged in popularity. And among them, the 1964 5 cents stands out, not only for its story, but for its scarcity and top condition. Many have been lost, but the few that remain perfect are now priceless. People often wonder how such an unassuming coin could fetch such a high price. The truth is, it's not just about the metal. It's about history, condition, symbolism, and scarcity. It's about owning something that very few others can, something that connects you directly to the past. When all of that comes together in a single item, the value skyrockets. Today, this coin is more than just a collector's piece. It's a cultural artifact, a preserved piece of African heritage, and a rare example of craftsmanship during a pivotal moment in time. For the serious collector, owning such a piece is like owning a time machine, a small, circular passport to another era. And for those lucky enough to find one, especially in mint state, the value is almost beyond belief. That's why. Today, this seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin from 1964, if found in flawless condition, can command a staggering price, a jaw-dropping $10 million.